Adam, stop drinking your coffee. Look at me.
What? What happened? Did I spill something?
No, I'm going to ask you a question. You have 3 seconds to answer. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Tell me about yourself.
I think it's kind.
Go on.
I am a human. I live on planet Earth. I breathe oxygen.
Oxygen? That's your introduction? You're a human who breathes oxygen?
I don't know why that came out. My brain just left. It literally packed a suitcase, booked a flight, and went to the Bahamas.
And that, dear listeners, is the most honest answer anyone has ever given. Because that panic, that empty feeling, that's exactly what we're fixing today. No more oxygen, no more panic. Just real, natural, confident English.
But seriously, Sarah, why? Why does that question hit so hard? I know who I am. I've been me for 3 decades. I have a job. I have hobbies. I have a cat who hates me.
Because, Adam, it's not a question about facts. It's a question about identity.
Identity? That sounds like a fancy psychology word.
It is. But let me break it down. Your identity is your sense of self, who you are at your core, your values, your fears, your secret dreams. And when someone asks, "Tell me about yourself," your brain panics because it has to pick one version of you to present. Are you the professional Adam? The funny Adam? The serious Adam? The Adam who loves terrible reality TV?
I do love terrible reality TV.
See? And that's the problem. We try to pick the right version, the impressive version, the version that won't get judged.
So I'm not scared of speaking English. I'm scared of picking the wrong version of me?
Exactly. And here is the biggest secret I've learned. The people who are the most memorable in conversations are not the ones who pick the most impressive version of themselves. They are the ones who pick the most human version.
Human meaning imperfect?
Yes, human meaning real. Think about it. When you meet someone new, do you remember their job title? Or do you remember the way they laughed? The funny thing they said about their cat?
Actually, I remember a guy I met last year. He told me he had a cactus named Spike that he talks to every morning. I still remember that. I don't remember his job.
Exactly. Spike the cactus is more interesting than "I'm a regional manager." Because Spike is a story. A job title is just data.
Okay. So I need to stop trying to be impressive. I need to try to be interesting.
No. Don't even try to be interesting. Just try to be honest. Honesty is naturally interesting because it's rare.
Honesty is rare. That's actually really sad, but also really true.
Speaking of honesty, Adam, tell the listeners. Tell them about the work dinner, the one you mentioned before.
Oh no. Do I have to?
Yes, it's for science.
Okay. So, last year, I was at this work dinner. Very fancy, very expensive. Everyone was wearing suits. I was wearing a suit too, but mine was cheaper.
Go on.
The CEO of the company was sitting next to me, a very important man. And he turned to me and said, "So, Adam, tell me about yourself. What's your background?"
And what did you say?
I said, "I was born in the 1990s. I have 2 hands and 2 feet. I like the color blue. And I'm not a robot. I like the problem."
You said you're not a robot?
Yes. And the CEO just stared at me. His face was completely blank. He didn't laugh. He didn't smile. He just nodded slowly and turned to the person on his other side.
That is the most painful thing I've ever heard. But also, it's the best teaching moment ever.
How is that a teaching moment? I almost quit my job the next day.
Because, Adam, you did exactly what most people do. You thought you had to give a complete answer. You tried to fill every possible gap. You thought if you didn't say something, there would be an awkward silence. So you just threw words out, like a panic machine.
Panic machine. That's exactly what it was.
But here is the lesson. You don't need a complete answer. You need a thread, just one small thread, a tiny piece of string, and then you let the other person pull on it.
A thread. Okay. Explain that again.
Let's say the CEO asked you again. Instead of saying all that robot stuff, you could have said, I grew up in a really small town, actually. It's so small that everyone knows everyone. It was suffocating. So I moved to the city.
It's simple. It's just 3 sentences.
Yes, and now the CEO has a thread to pull. He can ask, what town? Or, why was it suffocating? Or, do you ever miss it? And now you're having a real conversation, not a job interview.
So, I don't have to list my achievements. I just have to tell a tiny story.
Yes, you've got it. A tiny story is worth more than 100 achievements.
Okay, but you said you had a bad experience too. The pizza one. Tell them.
Oh, that one. Okay. So, when I first moved to London, I went to a small party with some new friends. I was so nervous. My English was okay, but I was terrified of making mistakes.
What happened?
Someone asked me, "What do you do, Sarah?"
And
I said, "My name is Sarah. I am 27 years old. I like pizza."
just pizza?
Just pizza. I panicked. I forgot I had a degree. I forgot I had a career. I forgot I had dreams. My entire identity became pizza.
What did they say?
They said, "Oh, cool. I like pizza too." And then they walked away. It was the most awkward 5 seconds of my life.
Okay, but that's funny now. How did you fix it?
I went home and I wrote down a list. Not a list of grammar rules, but a list of small threads. Things I could say about myself that were real, that were human.
Like what?
Like, I grew up in a house full of books. Or, I got really into cooking during the lockdown. Or, I'm secretly afraid of pigeons. Just small, honest things.
Pigeons? You're afraid of pigeons?
They have no respect for personal space. They just walk towards you, menacingly.
Okay, but now I want to know more. Why are you afraid of pigeons? What happened? See? You gave me a thread, and I pulled it.
See? It works. Every time.
Okay, so we have the psychology. We have the embarrassing stories. But we need a formula, a structure, something I can hold on to when I panic.
Yes, and I have exactly that. I call it the 4-pillar framework. And it's so simple that you can remember it even when your brain is on holiday.
Okay, I'm listening.
Pillar 1, introduction. Pillar 2, background. Pillar 3, personality. Pillar 4, passions.
Okay, introduction, background, personality, passions. That's easy.
But here's the secret. You don't have to talk about all of them. You just pick 1 or 2. You pick the ones that feel most natural in that moment.
So, I'm at a party. I don't have to do all 4?
No, if you do all 4, you sound like you're giving a presentation. Pick 1 pillar, give 1 thread, and then ask a question.
Okay, break each one down for me, with examples.
Pillar 1, introduction. This is what you say in the first 10 seconds. But please, don't say, "Hello, my name is Adam. I am 32 years old."
I used to do that. I thought I was being clear.
You were being clinical. It sounds like a passport application. Instead, you need to add 1 tiny bit of personality.
Okay, give me an example.
Instead of "I'm Adam," say, "Hey, I'm Adam. I'm the guy who always shows up late, but brings the best snacks.
That's actually true. I do bring the best snacks.
See? Now they have a thread. They're going to say, "What kind of snacks?" And you're off to the races.
What if I'm in a professional setting? Like a meeting?
You can still be human. Say, "Hi, I'm Sarah. I handle the marketing side of things, but honestly, I'm just here because I heard there would be coffee."
That's so casual. Is that allowed in an office?
Yes, it's called being a human. And humans connect with humans, not with job descriptions.
Okay. So the introduction pillar is just name plus one tiny human detail. Got it.
Pillar 2. Background. This is your history. Where you grew up, what you studied, how you got to where you are now.
This is where I usually get boring. I studied business. I worked at a company. Now I work at another company.
Stop. That's a list. You're listing items. Let's turn it into a journey.
A journey?
Yes. A journey has a beginning, a middle, and a reason. For example, say, I grew up in a small town. It was quiet. Too quiet. So I moved to the city to find some noise. And I ended up working in tech completely by accident.
That's the same information, but it sounds like a story.
Exactly. Because you used the words grew up, ended up, and completely by accident. Those are journey words. They show movement.
Let me try. I grew up in the north of England. It's really green there. I studied art at university, which was fun. But then I ended up working in a bank, which was less fun.
Perfect. Now they can ask, why did you switch? Or, do you miss art? You gave them a thread.
What if my background is complicated? Like, I moved countries 4 times?
Then say, my background is a bit of a story. But the short version is, I've moved around a lot. I grew up in Egypt, studied in the UK, and now I'm here.
The short version is, I like that. It warns them that there's more. But it gives them a simple path.
Pillar 3, personality. This is the one most people mess up.
Because we say I'm a people person?
Exactly. I want to ban that phrase. It means nothing. Everyone says it. No one believes it.
Okay, what do I say instead?
You show your personality. You don't just name it. Instead of I'm funny, you say I'm the kind of person who makes jokes at the worst possible moment.
That's way better.
Instead of I'm shy, you say I tend to be pretty quiet at first. I like to listen and understand people before I open up.
I tend to be quiet at first. That sounds so much better than I'm shy. Shy sounds like a weakness. Quiet at first sounds thoughtful.
Exactly. And instead of I'm organized, say I'm the kind of person who makes a list for everything. I have a list for my lists.
I do that. I literally have a notebook with a to-do list just for organizing my other to-do lists.
See? That's not just organized. That's a little bit crazy. And crazy is interesting.
I'm not crazy. I'm systematic.
Systematic. Sure, that's what we'll call it. But the point is, a specific habit is more interesting than a generic label. Pillar 4, passions. And I say passions instead of hobbies because hobby sounds like something you do on a Sunday afternoon. Passion sounds like something you feel.
So, how is this different from hobbies?
A hobby is I like reading. A passion is I'm passionate about reading because it's the only time my brain stops overthinking. It's like a vacation for my mind.
That's beautiful. I'm going to steal that.
Please do. And for your goals, don't say I want to be rich. Say I'm working towards a life where I don't need an alarm clock.
Working towards. I like that phrase. It sounds like I'm trying. I'm in progress.
Exactly. We are all in progress. So your goals should sound like it.
Okay, I understand the pillars. But what about the specific words? I want to sound natural, not like a textbook.
Let's do our word tour. This is where we take the best words from our conversation and show you how to use them. And the rule is, I'll say a word, you repeat it, and we put it in a real story. First word, self-conscious.
Self-conscious.
This means you are very aware of yourself, how you look, how you sound, what people think of you. You're watching yourself like a movie.
So, when I froze with the CEO, I was being self-conscious?
Exactly. You were thinking about how you sounded while you were speaking. That's the enemy of fluency.
Use it in a sentence.
I feel self-conscious when I speak English in front of new people, but I'm trying to care less.
I feel self-conscious when I speak English. That's a good one. I'll practice that.
Second word, come across.
Come across.
This means how other people see you. It's the impression you give.
So I was trying to come across as professional.
Yes. And you came across as a robot who breathes oxygen.
Okay, give me a real sentence.
I want to come across as confident, but not arrogant.
I want to come across as friendly. Got it.
Third word, humble.
Humble. That means not arrogant, right?
Yes. A humble person doesn't brag. They know they are good, but they don't make others feel small.
Give me a sentence.
She's very successful, but she stays humble and kind to everyone.
So, if someone asks about my achievements, I should be humble.
Yes, you can say, I'm proud of what I've done, but I still have a lot to learn. That's humble and confident. Fourth, passionate about.
Passionate about.
This is stronger than like. If you're passionate about something, it makes you excited. You could talk about it for hours.
I'm passionate about music.
Good. Now add why. I'm passionate about music because it makes me feel understood.
That's really deep. Okay, I'm passionate about cooking, but I'm terrible at it.
Fifth, put yourself out there.
Put yourself out there. What does that mean?
It means you try something new in front of others. Even if it's a little scary, you share your real self.
So, if I speak English to a stranger, I'm putting myself out there?
Exactly. Joining a conversation group really helped me put myself out there. Sixth, background.
We used this before.
Yes, it means your history, your education, your life story. My background is in finance, but I now work in design.
So, it's not just your country. It's everything that made you.
Yes. Seventh, first impression.
First impression.
The feeling people get when they first meet you. You only get one.
I want to make a good first impression at my new job.
Perfect. Eighth, tend to.
Tend to.
This means you usually do something. It's a habit. I tend to be quiet at first.
Oh, I love this. Instead of I'm shy, I say I tend to be quiet at first. It sounds softer.
Ninth, end up.
End up.
This means you arrive somewhere by accident, not by a perfect plan. I studied art, but I ended up in marketing.
I went for a walk and ended up at the beach. That's such a natural word.
10th, reserved.
Reserved. That's similar to quiet, right?
Yes. Reserved means you don't show your feelings easily. You are careful. He seems reserved at first, but he's very funny once you know him.
Nice. Another way to say shy, but more professional.
11th, swamped.
Swamped? Like a swamp?
Yes. It means you are drowning in work. You have too much to do. I'm swamped this week. I can't go out.
That's visual. I like that.
12th, working towards.
Working towards.
This means you are making progress on a goal. Step by step, I'm working towards saving enough money to travel.
It sounds better than I want to travel. It sounds active.
13th, thread.
Thread. Like a piece of string.
Exactly. In a conversation, a thread is a small detail the other person can ask about. Give them a thread to pull.
So, if I say I have a cat, that's a thread?
Yes, especially if the cat is named Gerald and he judges you. 14th, Genuine.
Genuine.
It means real, honest, not fake. She gave a genuine smile.
So, people like genuine people.
Yes, genuine people are magnetic. 15th, intensity.
Intensity.
The power or strength of something. London has a certain intensity to it. It's very fast.
I like the intensity of the city. Okay, I can use that. Okay, Sarah, I've learned the words, I've learned the pillars, but I'm still scared. Can we practice? A real simulation?
Yes, let's do it. Let's pretend we are at a professional networking event. I am a stranger. I walk up to you. Ready?
Ready.
Hello. I don't think we've met. I'm Sarah. I work in media.
Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you. I'm Adam.
Give me a thread.
I'm Adam. I work in finance. But honestly, I'm only in finance because I watched The Wolf of Wall Street and thought it looked cool. It's not cool. It's just spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets. That's hilarious. So, do you miss the excitement of the movie?
I do. That's why I spend my weekends making terrible music on my laptop. It's my escape.
That was perfect.
Really?
Yes, you introduced yourself. You gave a funny background, you showed your personality, and you mentioned a passion. That was all 4 pillars in 3 sentences.
I didn't panic.
Because you stopped trying to impress me. You just told me a story about a movie and spreadsheets.
Okay, but what about grammar? I always struggle with I have lived versus I lived.
Excellent question. Let's keep it super simple.
Please, simple.
Use I lived for something that is finished. A complete story. I lived in Cairo for 2 years.
Okay, finished. Done.
Use I have lived for something that continues to now. It's not finished. I have lived in Dubai for 5 years. You're still there.
So, I worked at Google. I left versus I have worked at Google for 3 years. I'm still there.
Exactly. And here is the trick. If you're not sure, just use the past simple. It's rarely wrong. The other person will understand. Don't let grammar stop you from talking.
So, I shouldn't freeze because of grammar.
Never. Fluency is about moving forward. Grammar is about being perfect. Move forward.
So, Sarah, if I remember one thing from today, what should it be?
That the most interesting people are not the ones who say the right thing. They are the ones who say the real thing.
The real thing.
Yes. So, here is my challenge to you. And I want you to do this before you go to sleep today.
Okay.
I want you to go to a friend, a colleague, or even a stranger online. And I want you to say one sentence about yourself. But it must be a sentence that is slightly embarrassing. Something you usually hide.
Like, I watch cooking videos even though I can't cook anything but toast?
Exactly. Or, I secretly love romance movies even though I pretend to hate them.
That's terrifying.
That's the point. Because when you share something real, you invite the other person to be real too. And that is how you build a connection.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll put myself out there.
That's the spirit. And don't worry about the words. Worry about the feeling.
Keep showing up.
Keep being human.
Keep speaking.
Bye for now, everyone. Remember, we don't teach English here. We help people become confident speakers.